becomes something that I'm not comfortable with, I'm out of here.
Like sideways Asian.
No. What's that?
That's fun. That's fun.
That was my attempt to be humorous. Embarrass anybody. If that happened on this show, I'm out of here.
You're not going to do that. We're going to do that for you.
No, I respect these people. You have made me who I am today. I'm not here to fuck anybody up. Once someone says something disrespectful to me or to you, I'm out of here.
We're not going to be disrespectful to you. We will make fun of these people.
I'm in serious.
No, we make fun of them.
Whether you think Ric Flair storming off the stage during this week's episode of Kill Tony was the best episode ever or the biggest shit show ever, there's no denying it was electric start to finish, and should go down in history as one of the most entertaining podcasts on YouTube. Although, all of us watching online got the benefit of a lot of editing. I'm sure sitting there in person for hours and hours of drunken debauchery could have eventually gotten boring.
Ari Shaffir has arrived. I don't know if we're going to get to one bucket pool tonight, folks. This might be the first episode of Kill Tony that is just humans on a stage.
Ric Flair was absolutely hammered right from the jump, spewing nonsensical stories that had no point or ending. There was even multiple instances during the show when Tony Hinchcliffe couldn't tell if Rick was fully sleeping or just scrolling on his phone.
Ric Flair's asleep. Did he fall asleep? Oh, sorry, I don't know.
No, he's on his phone. He's on his phone.
Okay.
He's like fun Joe Biden.
Nature Boy went on multiple long rants about dead WWE wrestlers, a random lecture about the greatness of LeBron James, and a drunken speech about not wanting to take part in bullying the comedians who bombed on the show and his son who died from a heroin overdose. Which obviously sounds extremely grim, but it turned into one of the funniest parts of the entire episode when during his story, the band started to play sad sob story music in the background, ultimately leading to Ric Flair storming off the stage.
Oh my God, this is so fucking boring. Holy shit. Ric Flair, can you please tell us a story?
How does it feel to have a performance like that in front of Ric Flair?
Fuck.
I respect that very much. My son was a great amateur wrestler. This is why, come here guys, this is why I'm leaving after I say this. From personal experience and because I believe it in my heart.
You ever had Asian
You're
pussy?
Right. Are you really leaving, Rick? Don't do it.
Oh no.
Thank you for all the respect.
We lost Ric Flair, everybody. I love you, Rick. Thanks for doing this. I'll see you afterwards. No, you're good. You're good. We love you. Make some noise for Ric Flair, everybody. Come on.
Thank you all for all the respect. But I will never sign up to make fun of people that donate their time. I won't.
Oh.
I swear to God, I respect you all and thank you for coming out. I can have fun. I will never make fun of time of people that donate their personal time to making children better.
Ric Flair, everybody. The legend, the nature boy.
They had to make so many edits to post this episode in any sort of coherent manner. I was able to count at least 12 weird jump cuts that stuck out on YouTube, but there's probably more. According to messages that were sent the night of the taping from someone who was there live in the audience, during one of the chunks that was edited out of the final video, Ric Flair told everyone where Tony lives, and the whole staff and Tony freaked the fuck out. They went on to mention in a different message that it seemed like Tony was unable to get control of the huge guest panel once things started going off the rails. Luis J. Gomez was being an absolute menace, destroying Ric Flair the rest of the show after he left, and even kept the Rick jokes going on Twitter the day after this episode was finally published. It'll be really interesting to see the aftermath of the drama caused by this episode being uploaded, especially because Tony Hinchcliffe and Ric Flair had a new live podcast they were planning together called The Goat and Pony Show that you'd have to assume is no longer going to happen. Which sucks for Tony because Ric Flair is one of his childhood heroes, but honestly, it doesn't seem like the comedy community cares that much about Ric Flair in the first place, and I think most of his fans would choose this pure chaos episode of Kill Tony over a few recordings of Tony and Rick on a podcast together.
Ric Flair really fucked up the rhythm of this room tonight. Jesus Christ.
We can all admit now that he's gone, it's so much better now, isn't it? I mean, Jesus Christ.
No.
No, it's not. No, I'm wrong. It was so much better when Ric Flair was here telling weird stories.
The Ric Flair sucks.
Yes, it was.
Lewis, Ric Flair sucks.
Ric Flair sucks.
Okay.
His son got out easy.
So disappointed how much he sucks.
I wanted to love him. I wanted to love
We
him.
all wanted it.
Everyone here was like, fuck it, don't meet your heroes, you know?
The mix of guests that were on this podcast to witness the Ric Flair walkout were perfect. Zach and Lewis gave no fucks the entire time, and the Protect Our Parks boys were as funny and drunk as always. Ari had an electric entrance, Shane was great as expected, and Mark Norman was probably the best all-around panelist out of the 6. He was on fire all night and not afraid to tag Ric Flair's weird stories with a well-timed joke. Plus, there was a comedian later in the show that sounded just like him.
Mark, how weird is it seeing someone do your cadence right to you?
He did well.
Avery Carpenter, your Kill Tony debut, right?
First
Welcome.
time. Thank you for
how long
having
you been
me.
doing stand-up?
2 years.
2 years.
Yep.
Where at?
Hey.
All here. I'm from Atlanta, but I moved out here and started here pretty much.
Oh my God, now I can't unhear the Mark Norman. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I noticed it
I don't
right
hear
from the
it.
beginning.
That's how I talk. I don't know. What do you?
What do you want? How I talk? What I do?
Is that what I sound like? I'm gonna kill myself.
God damn it.
For real, yes.
I'm just kidding. It was a good set.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.
I'm a fan.
It's also interesting because Ric Flair was super likable as a guest on This Past Weekend with Theo Von and seemed to understand the concept of comedy a lot better with Theo than he did on Kill Tony. I would love to see what he'd be like as a guest on Kill Tony after drinking just 10 vodka crayons instead of 20. There's no way that Ric Flair actually has that hard of a stance on bullying or making fun of random comics who signed up for a show that is almost completely about making fun of strangers. Please let me know your thoughts on this entire situation in the comments. We'll be compiling the best takes in a new video soon titled Comedy Fans React to Ric Flair on Kill Tony.
At Joke World. That's did it. At Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.